What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this RPG Dwarves of Fangorn supplemental, or at least supplemental 1. Now, I wanted to do a supplemental, and it's not in the Dwarves of Fangorn playlist, it's actually in my solo RPG playlist, because I'm talking about the tools that I'm using in order to do this, said RPG campaign. Now, the first question I was asked on this campaign is, what rule set are you using? Okay, so I'm using the Lord of the Rings role-playing game rule set by Decipher. A company called Decipher uses what they call the Coda system, which is a D6 system, and it's phenomenally good. So this is my main core rulebook. Now, on top of that, of course, I use source books from that system. I'm using Fellbeasts and Wondrous Magic. That's given me the stats for all the creatures that we meet, or possibly could meet in the game. I include this Fellowship of the Ring source book for background information only. Maps and areas and other characters of possible note within it. Also, you can get these games in box set forms. Now you can get this one here, which is Moria, which is just about Moria. It's kind of like a scaled down version of the main rules of everything you need to play in Moria. So again, there's books and maps in there. This is all by Decipher. So this is the main rule system that I use in this game. Now, of course, for the lands, and I won't open it out, but this is a fold-out map of Middle-earth, which I got from it's one of my box sets. So there, one which I had when I was still at school. But the rule set is so complicated and the formula is so difficult to work out. I just thought, to blazes with it, I'll just keep them for background information. So that's what that is from. Also, I use the next question I get asked a lot is, so what about your Oracle or your GM emulator? And of course, I'm using the granddaddy of them all, the Mythic Game Master emulator. And if I remember, there should be a video up in the corner which I detail more about that, how that works a little bit later. So that's that. Now, as my role-playing game is actually a mystery, I'm using the Mythic Variations, which details a few more different tables and things that you need for different genres. And there's also a bit in there about role-playing off or rolling on tables off camera, which you can do. So that's that. Also, I have some little oracles in here. This is a book called Scarlet Heroes. It's actually a standalone game as well, which I may one day decide to embark upon. In fact, I will. It's a D20 system in this one, but it's got some basic oracles in there. Nothing as complex as the mythic one, but very adequate. Now, some of the other things I've been using for my on and off-screen escapades. I've got a series of books here called Random Tables by Matt David. So I've got the first book, the second book, the third book, and the fourth book. And what they are is random tables for different things, like people, characters, place names, things you find in a room or a dungeon or whatever. That's what random tables are all about, being random, and I want as little control over it as possible. So that's what I use. Other books I use are Table Fables by Madeline Halehart, or Halehart, or anyway, yeah, Madeline Halehart. I was reading the website. So it's Madeline Hale. It's www.madelinehaleart.com if you want to go direct to the website. Again, there's more tables in there, everything from dungeon creation to character creation, which is obviously of great use to me. So I combine all that with my character sheets, which I just write out in pencil on the paper, and I'm good to go. So that is what I'm using for the Dwarves of Fangorn solo RPG campaign. Other RPG campaigns I run in the future, I'll be using different tools, as it were. So, but that's just some of the ones I'm using for this one. So that's how I'm doing it. Again, you know, check out the Mythic video, which I hopefully will have made by the time this goes out. And yeah, we're good to go. So that's it. Thanks ever so much for watching this video, this supplemental video. Check out my other playlists, check out my other videos. Please share, please like. Check out my Patreon campaign if you fancy supporting the channel. That will enable me to put more time and effort into these videos. In the future, I've got a bigger long-term picture for that, which I'll talk about in the future. And yeah, that's it. Thank you ever so much for watching. Remember, all brushes lead to war, because we've got to paint those miniatures up for these role-playing games. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, folks. Cheery bye.